The purpose of this video is to show you how to load Kali Linux on the Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to do this step by step so you know how to do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead, go to Kali Linux. And to do that, we open a browser and we go to the site kali.org. And here's the screen here. So you're going to go to kali.org and we're going to download a custom image of Kali Linux. And this is going to take you to Raspberry Pi. And this is the one you want right here. Either one would work here. So, but this is the one we want for this course, or at least for this testing that we're doing. So you're going to save it to a location. It's not a large file, but it's going to take about a minute or two to download. I have downloaded it already, so I'm not going to wait for it to download. So I'm going to stop the video and go to the next step. Okay, here is the image of the file that I just downloaded. So now what we need to do, the file is a compressed file, it's an .exe file. So what we're going to do is find a path on your computer. You can download WinZip or anything like that and unzip this file right here in a directory. So then we're going to get the image file. So it shouldn't take very long to do that. So what we need to do now is to unzip this file. You can use any unzip package to unzip this. So I'm going to unzip it and then I'll come back and continue the video so it doesn't take too long. Okay, here's the unzip folder right here. Notice that it is called Kali-1.1.0 RPI2.img, and this is the file we want. So now what we're going to do, the next step is to take this Kali file, create an image on a jump drive or a SD drive, SD storage, and then what we're going to do and boot the Kali machine from that SD storage. Okay, again, we'll stop here for a minute, and then while I do that so that it doesn't take too much time. The next step here is to go to Win32 Disk Imager and download it. So I'm going to download the image. You can download it from here. I'm going to download it here. Again, it's going to take me a couple minutes and then I'm going to install it. And then I'm going to create an image on the SD storage. And that's the image that I'm going to put Kali Linux on, and it's going to boot on the Kali Linux machine. Okay, 1 second, we'll be back once I download it. It's not going to take very long to download, but it's very quick. Okay, so the next step in this process is I'm going to take the storage. I'm going to put it in the little adapter here, put it in, and then I'm going to insert it in my computer because I'm inserting it in my computer here, right? And so now notice that it is open, right? The storage is on the screen. What I'm going to do, I'm going to burn that image on this device, on the SD card, and then we're going to make it bootable, and then we're going to go to the Kali Linux, to the Raspberry Pi, and show you how we're going to bring the Kali Linux up on the Raspberry Pi. So the first thing I'm going to do is to launch. Remember, I installed the Win32 Imager, so I'm going to run that right now. Win32 Imager. It already knows that the image is that SD card is on iDrive. Now you can also check that if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go get the image. The image is here. So the image is right here, right? So I'm going to bring that image in, open. Okay, here it is, open. And it's going to create that image to make it a bootable file. So write, and this takes a little bit of time. I'm going to write this here, and it's going to take a little bit of time, maybe 15, not even 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but I'm not going to waste your time here. I'm going to stop the video, create the image, and then we're going to move to the Kali Linux machine. Okay, just stop this for a second, create the image here, and then I'll do the same thing. Uh, you can do the same thing with Linux. If I'm working on a Windows machine here, you wouldn't use the Win32 imager, but you would use a Linux imager. There are quite a few of them. So I'm going to stop this right now and move to the Linux, to the Kali, I'm sorry, to the Raspberry Pi. Okay, so I'm switching between two computers here. Now, as you see, I have my Raspberry Pi and I have the image. The image is on this card right here. I'm going to put the image in the Raspberry card, Raspberry Pi, push it in. Just be careful with this because you don't want to put too much pressure on it. I've broken one before. Let me talk a little bit about the Raspberry Pi here. What I have a wireless card. This is my keyboard. This right here is to my monitor, and this is the power. I have a mouse as well on one. The bottom here is the mouse. I have a bottom right here. So this is the Raspberry Pi. This is what you get when you buy the Raspberry Pi. When it come in the box, this is what you're gonna get. I'm gonna plug it in it. Let's see what happens. It should boot up. I am reaching out. The light is on. As you see, the light is on the Raspberry Pi. The card is on. Now, as you see, the Raspberry Pi is booting up. Okay. Let me focus this here so you see the Raspberry Pi. Okay. You get a better image of it. Now the Raspberry Pi is coming up. Uh, let's see, give it a second here. We should be able to log into the system. Notice that it's doing its thing. It's going to take a minute or two. I'm not going to stop it this time, but we're going to wait for this to finish before. Notice the top here. You see the Raspberry symbol. So everything looks good so far. Let me just zoom it a little bit so that you get to see the image better. Right here is the image. Let me maximize the image here. So increase it inside so that you see what's going on here. Okay, so far so good. Look at the Kali Linux login. Now I can log in, right? I think the login is root and Kali, I think, if I remember right. If it doesn't work, we'll look at the documentation. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to put it on pause, and we're going to look for the login. I thought it was Kali root and Kali, but apparently they have changed it. So right now, I'm going to put it on pause. Look for the documentation for the password, and we should be good. Okay, when you do your install, remember the login is root and enter. And the password is Tor, T-O-O-R. Enter. And here we go. We're in Kali Linux. We could start running Nmap. For example, I can type Nmap here. Nmap, N-M-A-P. And there we go. Nmap is loaded. Okay. So this is excellent. So we are able now to run Kali Linux on the Raspberry Pi, and let me go back to the Raspberry Pi here. It is right here. As you see it, this little device, now it has a wireless connection. It has everything you need to do your ethical hacking. I hope this helps you, and I'm going to end it right here.